I think this, you know, if you think about guilt is another biggie. When people are on a diet, okay? So people are on a diet and they look at the donut. Let's lead ourselves through this. They look at the donut and they say to themselves, I just worked on a smoker with this just recently. They look at the donut and they say, I shouldn't eat the donut. And then they eat the donut. As they're eating the donut, they say, I shouldn't eat the donut. And then they finish eating the donut and they feel guilty that they eat the donut. Because I shouldn't eat the donut, I ate the donut. Okay? Let's say they wouldn't say I shouldn't eat the donut. Let's say they couldn't think that thought, I shouldn't eat the donut. So they look at the donut and they can't think I shouldn't eat the donut. So it's either eat the donut and enjoy the donut and love the donut and you're all in for the donut, or it's no donut.
Well, shut up.
Right. So now what starts to happen? What happens now is that eating the donut means I don't want to lose weight. If I say I shouldn't eat the donut, right? If I say I shouldn't eat the donut, that means I can eat the donut, but I still want to lose weight. I'm a person who can get donuts and still be on a diet. But if I lose that idea called I shouldn't eat the donut, now I'm stuck. Eating the donut means I'm off the diet. Not eating the donut means I'm on the diet. And I got to choose. Do I want A or do I want B? It's very fair. Do I want A or do I want B? What we do is in our heads, we kind of create this middle ground of I shouldn't do A. And really what happens when we give ourselves guilt is we free ourselves up to do what we want to do. Because if I feel guilty about it, so that doesn't mean that I'm not on a diet. It doesn't mean I'm a bad guy because I shouldn't have done this. I recognize that I shouldn't have done this, and I did it. So I'm okay, but I can do what I want. I still hold the principles that I hold. I'm still on a diet. I still care about my family, but I did A, B, and C. So once again, people come in complaining of guilt. You know what? Behind guilt is a benefit. Guilt lets me do what I want to do without having to face up to the consequences of what I'm doing. Because I can just say I shouldn't. I'm a horrible guy. You know, it's out of my control. What can I do? So this is another example of what's stopping you. People can come and say, I feel horrible guilt, right? Why? What's stopping you from not feeling guilty? And we're going to find, if we dig in the right way, we're going to find that what's hiding over there is a benefit. That when I look at that donut, instead of saying, if I eat the donut, that means I'm off the diet. If I don't eat the donut, I'm not on the diet. They look at the donut and they say, well, you know what, I'm on a donut. And since I'm on a diet, I shouldn't eat this. But okay, so now I really shouldn't do that. And then I eat it and they feel guilty. Just work with a smoker on this. He says he smokes, but he doesn't want to think of himself as a smoker because that makes him feel bad. So he smokes, but he's not a smoker. Right? So I said, well, now you're really up the creek because now you're going to die and you won't enjoy yourself. You might as well get one of the two. Right? I said, if you're going to smoke, be a smoker. And if you don't want to be a smoker, don't smoke. But let's not live in this middle reality called, I can smoke, but I'm not a smoker. Right? Which would create an internal conflict, right? You can hear a person coming in saying, here's my problem, you know, I do all these stuff and it's just not me. I'm not myself. Yeah, you know why you're not yourself? Because then you can do whatever you want. You don't have to face up the consequences. So once again, that's an example of a person using an emotion. They come in with a presenting problem, but really hidden in the presenting problem is something that they want. And this is a tremendous focus in everything I do. I never have found a person who doesn't act in a way that doesn't benefit them at the end of the day. Now, they might be making a mistake. They might think it benefits them, but a person always acts in their own best interests, even when they are actively sabotaging themselves and destroying their own lives and feeling crippling anxiety and depression. What I find at the end of the day, I find a good intention. I find that they're working for themselves. There's a couple of misperceptions along the way. We're going to work through how to find those. But there's always, at the bottom, at the end of the day, a person. You know, this is not, you know, when I feel anxiety, when I feel depression, when I feel all these different things, when I do these things to myself, it's no one else doing it, I'm doing it. And I'm doing it for a reason. My brain is generating this stuff for a reason. And that reason is in my benefit because my brain doesn't work for anybody else, it only works for me. And we're going to work on how do we pinpoint that point where we find what's the positive intention of the behavior. And once we find the positive intention of behavior, then it's really easy, then it's really simple.